What do we do in ONPASSIVE? Ash Mufareh had a webinar just a couple days ago, and really what came to my mind is what do we do in ONPASSIVE? And there are a couple of things that Ash touched on. And the first thing I want to hit on is what do we do as Go-Founders in ONPASSIVE? And what we do as Go-Founders in ONPASSIVE is we build teams. Not only the overall team of ONPASSIVE, but the teams within ONPASSIVE. And as we look at that exercise of building teams, as ONPASSIVE launches, we will have people in ONPASSIVE that will take a meteoric ride, and they'll grow very, very quickly as ONPASSIVE launches to the world. It's just going to be very, very quick for them. We will have other people that will come in and they'll grow more like bamboo. And bamboo takes a very, very long time to just barely break the surface. But once it breaks the surface, you measure the growth in feet. In other words, it happens very, very quickly. So we are going to have both things as ONPASSIVE rolls out. We're going to have people that are just going to explode, and their team will grow very, very quickly. And we'll have other people that will come in, and it's not going to happen as quickly. It's going to be like bamboo, but once it breaks the surface, you start measuring the growth in feet per day. And it really doesn't matter where you're at or which one you're going to be. And I know we have people in ONPASSIVE. You all have thought about this. Where am I going to be as ONPASSIVE launches to the world? And what I want to tell you today is that it really doesn't matter which of the two you are, because the difference between those people that just take off right away and the individuals that it takes a little bit more time, it's not a lot of time because of ONPASSIVE, because of the way it's structured, because of what Ash Mufareh and his team has done. Whether you take off and you get there very, very quickly, or you're a little bit slower, and maybe it takes you 3 months or 6 months or a year to get to that point where your residual income is just taken off. It simply does not matter, because with ONPASSIVE, because of the way it's structured, we will all get there, and get there, I believe, very, very quickly. It's just that some people are going to do it in a month or two. Other people, it's going to take 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. But believe me, when you get there, that residual income that's going to be coming in, it just takes care of all those financial pressures that we've all had. So as Ash talked in the webinar a couple days ago, one of his big things was a team, build a team. And I want to get into that a little bit. And he talked about another thing. He talked about habits and how long it took to either create a really, really good habit or a really, really bad habit. And he said it takes about 3 weeks to continually do something and turn it into a habit, good or bad. And he was spot on. Literally, if you'll do something for 3 weeks, whether it's good or bad, it is going to turn into a habit, and you will do that over and over and over again. And really a good example in my life, about 4 years ago, I started doing videos, and I had researched it, I had studied it, and I determined that I was going to do videos for the foreseeable future. I was just going to start doing videos. And the first videos I did, they weren't very good, and I decided I'd do a video a day, and obviously 3 weeks, it's about 21 videos. I probably did, in the first 3 weeks, I probably did 30 videos. And initially, they weren't very good, but at the end of 3 weeks, I actually was getting better at doing videos. I wasn't intimidated getting in front of the camera and doing videos. And from there, I just continued. So for the last 4 years, I've done videos every week. And that did become a habit. And the habit became a really, really good habit, researching what I was going to do the video on, that type of thing. And for the longest time, I did a video a day. I was doing 4, 5, 6 videos a week. Now, obviously, today I don't do as many. I do videos when they're needed. On things that will benefit you in ONPASSIVE and benefit the whole team. But it took it took about 3 years before I started getting really, really confident in what I was doing and didn't have a problem doing videos. So that's an example of a good habit that over the course of 3, 4, 5 weeks, I got really comfortable with, and it has gone on the duration of the last 4 years or so. And today, if we look at what I'm doing in videos, because of the good habit that I initiated and learned how to do, as ONPASSIVE launches and people come into YouTube and they're looking for ONPASSIVE, they can't help but see our content, my content in YouTube. Now, Marty and Dan are the same way in their disciplines. It took them a time to develop those good habits, and as they developed them, they continue to do those things that are really productive and make a difference in the business. And of course, when you look at what we're doing as a group, everything is meshed together. Everything flows from one thing to another. It's just a really, really good thing when you're looking at building a business. So, building good habits, about 3 weeks. If you've got some bad habits, which I had in the past, it takes you about 3 weeks to get out of them and then get into those good habits. So moving forward, Ash talked about developing good habits. He talked about team build. And because of the time we have right now, if you can develop good habits right now, that will build a team for you now. Whether it's 1, whether it's 2, whether it's 3, whatever you can do to bring in people into your team, people you care about, it's a really, really big deal. Why is it a big deal? It's a big deal because of what Ash and the team of techies in Bangalore are going to be doing, the traffic they're going to be running for us, helping us build our team. If today you can bring in 1 or 3 or 6 or 12 individuals today, I believe because of what ONPASSIVE is going to be doing, your team can double, triple, quadruple. All of these things bode well as ONPASSIVE launches to the world for you. And the whole principle of all of this stuff is really getting you off to a good start and making an impact day one as ONPASSIVE launches. So as we look at team build, as we look at building good habits, you want to start that today. And I want to give you one good habit today that you can work on, because that's always the question. Okay, I want to do that. I want to develop good skills. I want to develop good habits. What do I do today? So what I want you to do today is I want you to be able to explain ONPASSIVE to anybody that asks you what you're doing. And I know today the majority of the people, if I had a conversation with them, they would not know how to do that. And it's not that difficult. And obviously, if I start the conversation with individuals, they're going to roll into what is ONPASSIVE, and it's going to be very, very good. But what I'd like you to do is develop one habit today. In the next 3 weeks, be able to talk about ONPASSIVE and give a really, really good explanation of what ONPASSIVE is to the individuals that you're talking to. And here's what you can do. You can talk about 5 things. Number 1, as you come in, ONPASSIVE is self-funding. That's number 1. What does that mean? It means that you're going to pay once and then you're never going to have to go out of pocket again. Again, this is unheard of in the industry online today. Unheard of. Number 2, you are going to be forced to be successful. What does that mean? It means you're going to be forced to make money. Everybody loves that one. I mean, you don't know how many people I talk to that absolutely love number 2. Number 3, they are going to force you to be successful by driving traffic for you to help you build your team. They are going to drive traffic for you. Number 4, customer is king. And all that means is as customers come in, because the product is superior, they're literally going to love the product, but it gets better than that. We treat our customers so well that as they come in and pay for the product they want to use, the tools they want to use, over time the cost of those products are going to diminish. They're going to go down. They're not going to have to pay as much monthly as they did originally. And over time, they're not even going to have to pay for them. Again, you will never find that anyplace online. So as we look at the automated marketing platform, those first 4 things are absolute key. The 5th thing, right now, the Go Founder position is a premium position. You all can't even imagine how good this position is. And when you really get a hold of this, you're never going to let it go. But as you talk to people about coming in and participating with OnPassive, the Go Founder position is so key to everything. You're going to be able to come in, become a Go Founder, and everything that OnPassive does is going to benefit you because you're a Go Founder. All the Go Founders in OnPassive today, you are in such a unique position. OnPassive, as we look at it, yes, it will be a unicorn company. That is a company that will have $1 billion in assets. I think that's going to happen very, very quickly. I believe that 1 million people the first year that OnPassive launches to the world will come in. That will take us to that $1 billion unicorn company. If you are a Go Founder today, all of that, you are going to benefit from all of that. So if you're looking at OnPassive today, number 1, get those 5 things down so you can explain to people what OnPassive is and why it's as good as it is. As you talk about the Go Founder position, it is totally unique in the industry. The people that are coming in and becoming early bird founders, in other words, they're founders of OnPassive. You are in such a unique position. If you're not there right now, I would recommend that you come in and become a founder. It is a $97 position. You come in, you pay the $97, and your place is secure in the overall OnPassive company. And then moving forward, whatever OnPassive does, and guys, they're going to be doing some things that'll just blow your mind. You will take advantage of all of that. That's why those first 4 things that I talked about, you come in, it's self-funding. You are forced to be successful. They will drive traffic for you. Customer is king. All of those things are because of what OnPassive is doing, and you get to take advantage of all of that at the Go Founder position. So as we look at what Ash talked about, he talked about team building, he talked about discipline, he talked about good habits. Take it from me and learn those 5 steps that I've just talked about. That is your first good habit that you will develop in 2020. If you can do that, you will get results building your team, talking to people. Now, I've talked about other ways that you can come in and start building. I've done that in other videos. You can go and look at them. There are a lot of different things you can do today, but the best thing you can do, in my mind, is learn those 5 things, make that one of those habits in 2020 that you'll have for the rest of the year. They will pay benefits. So Ash, with the webinar, he never disappoints. It was absolutely phenomenal. We will have people on our team that as OnPassive rolls out to the world, they will have that meteoric run to the top. It'll happen very, very quickly. But the individuals that it doesn't happen to, maybe your growth is a little slower. Believe me, as OnPassive develops and matures, that little seed, that little bamboo shoot is going to come up out of the ground. And then in a very, very short period of time, you're going to be measuring your growth in feet instead of inches. It really is truly going to be remarkable for us as Go Founders as OnPassive launches to the world. Now, obviously, if you can't afford the $97, don't worry about it. You're in early enough. We have a lot of people coming in that will be independent resellers of the IT products of OnPassive. Those positions are golden. You guys are going to do really, really well. It's just that the Go Founders, if you come in and pay the $97, everything else goes underneath us, guys. Pending founders, people coming in as independent resellers of the IT product of OnPassive, they all go underneath us. And then everything else from there goes underneath all of us. OnPassive will be a unicorn company. OnPassive, the rate of growth it's going to have as it launches, it's going to be extremely impressive. And obviously, as Go Founders, as we're in it, watching that happen, it's just going to be a joy for everybody on our team in OnPassive to be watching that. Really, really some fun stuff. So things are moving forward. The steps that Ash and ONPASSIVE, the team of ONPASSIVE, are taking right now, they're starting to become quicker and quicker and quicker. I do believe we're getting closer to the launch of ONPASSIVE. As Ash gives us more about ONPASSIVE, I will come in and do more videos. But take advantage of this time. Develop good skills. Develop those things that are really going to help you benefit your bottom line, that residual income, and from there, we're obviously going to continue to help you do that. But yeah, things are heating up in a very, very good way. And just get ready. We're going to see where everybody is. We're going to see who takes it very, very quickly to the top, and the individuals that in a matter of months, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, will be right there with us. It's going to be fun to watch. So that's it for today, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, I always recommend that you do that. I will have more videos in the next week or so. New stuff that Ash is coming out with, really, really fun stuff to look at. And I do believe that, yeah, everybody that's here today that is either a Go founder or a pending founder or is coming in as an IT, independent reseller of an IT product, yeah, we're just in a great place. And get ready. It's going to be fun to watch. So that's it for today, guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll absolutely see you at the top. Bye.